There's news that needs reporting, the kind that impacts us here and all across Central Florida. Summer Knowles, Stuart Moore, First Warning meteorologist Cam Tran, local, live, late-breaking coverage. Weekdays at 4 on Wesh 2 News.
Next, E.T.
Only one show is with Lady Gaga. Her big plans for 2022.
I do have something in mind for what's next.
Next, E.T.
Tonight at 7 on Wesh 2. Meteorologist Kellyanne Klass on Wesh 2 News Sunrise.
Remembering the man known as America's Dad. This afternoon, the report into Bob Saget's death is released after he was found in an Orlando hotel room.
Plus, keeping up with the man, the new COVID-19 testing site that just opened in Orlando today to help deal with the overwhelming need.
Local, live, late-breaking. Wesh 2 News starts now.
Let's talk about your forecast because some showers moved in late this afternoon, and will they continue throughout the night? Let's check in with meteorologist Cam Tran. Hey, Cam.
Hey there. We are expecting this actually to clear out by this evening, but right now you see it's pretty active as we take a look at our first warning radar out this afternoon. Some heavy rain and downpours here, especially across Brevard County and areas along I-4 on south. So as we zoom a little closer here, you notice that heavy rain over Port St. John, Cocoa Beach. We have an outflow boundary that's colliding with another line of thunderstorms that's producing more rain here into northern Osceola County. So just east of Kissimmee, we're seeing some heavy rain there. We're also noticing some pretty heavy downpours across Osceola County, including Point Siena, just south of St. Cloud. And this is all pushing to the south, southeast about 20 miles per hour. So it's moving through fairly quickly, but again, dropping in some pretty heavy rain. We are noticing some breezy wind conditions right now, mostly at the northwest, about 5 to 15 miles per hour. Winds will continue to be quite blustery even into the day tomorrow. And as we take a look at those temperatures, you can definitely see where the front is and where it isn't. You can see up north a little cooler up in Ocala, down in the metro right now in the mid-70s out there. Again, I am expecting this to clear us the next couple hours. So by the time we get to around 7 o'clock, most of the rain showers will be well to our south. We are going to see that rain definitely clear by 9 o'clock with mostly cloudy skies, and it'll be a cooler day ahead tomorrow. I'll let you know how cool things will get coming up in about 10 minutes.
All right, Cam, thank you. Turning now to COVID-19, a new testing site opened in Orlando this morning to provide some relief to the county's crowded testing sites. Wesh 2's Amanda Dukes is live at Camping World Stadium. Amanda, how did it go today?
Yeah, it seems like things went pretty smoothly today. They are going to be wrapping up here in about an hour, but the line is still open. It is not nearly as long as it was earlier this morning. And I just heard from a spokeswoman for the city of Orlando that at this point they've tested about 3,000 people here today.
We hate long lines.
Early Monday morning, Orlando police worked hard to keep those lining up for a COVID test off the streets. But by 9 a.m., that line snaked alongside Camping World Stadium.
I did not expect this giant line.
The new testing site is run by the city of Orlando and opened for the first time Monday. The city took advantage of Camping World's extensive parking to get cars lined up in rows.
I don't know how long the line is, but it seems to be moving fairly well.
The site opened after several other testing sites run by Orange County were overwhelmed last week, with some people reporting 5-hour waits. Those who came to Camping World Stadium said it felt more convenient. Sonia Bergman heard of the new testing site on the radio this morning and jumped in her car.
I saw in the morning at 7 o'clock. They don't have too many cars, and they're going to be open this one for the very first time today. And I said, I'm going to make it.
There are a total of 8 tents for drive-through testing with no appointments needed, though you do need to fill out some forms online ahead of time. By early afternoon, several people told Wesh 2 News their wait for testing was about 2 hours, which they felt was manageable.
I am grateful. If people were waiting 5 hours, then I am grateful.
Now, this testing site at Camping World Stadium is going to be open 7 days a week from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And if you're thinking of coming here, I have a tip for you. This is the time of day to come. We have seen the line dwindle significantly in the past few hours. It is much quieter here, at least judging by today in the late afternoon, than it is in the morning. Live in Orlando, Amanda Dukes, Wesh 2 News.
Amanda, thank you. Volusia County just reopened one of its previous test sites today. day to deal with the demand. The site at the county fairgrounds in DeLand is open from 9 to 4 every day except for Wednesdays. You must have an appointment to be tested there. Any antibody testing will also be offered on a first-come, first-served basis.
Lawmakers are on their way to Tallahassee tonight for the start of the 60-day session tomorrow.
And there's guaranteed to be political fireworks. Republican Governor Ron DeSantis has been pushing an agenda that includes voting restrictions passed last year and now a proposed elections team to investigate alleged voter fraud. He's also pushing for a gas tax break and raises for police and teachers. But Democrats claim vital issues like affordable housing and Medicaid expansion will be kicked to the gutter.
To sum it up, what we can expect from Republicans in this session will be culture wars that distract us from the real issues at hand.
And yeah, it is going to be a more than normal, a governor's agenda, I believe, because what he's been doing is so popular that us as Republicans, we like it.
Wesh News political reporter Greg Fox have much more on the session and what to expect. All new tonight at 6. Coming up on Wesh 2 News at 4, police officers have just seconds to rescue a pilot trapped in his plane.
We have a look at the dramatic video showing the intense moments as a train comes barreling towards them. And we'll tell you how that pilot is doing this afternoon. Plus, residents inside that New York City high-rise that caught fire detail the horror they witnessed. But first.
I'm Claire Betts. The Volusia County School District is giving away COVID-19 take-home test kits to school families and employees. Why they're telling us you shouldn't be concerned if one of the kits you get is expired.
Closed captioning is sponsored by Rubenstein Law. Injured, call 1-800-FL-LEGAL.
Wesh 2 News. There's a lot that goes into covering breaking news in Central Florida.
We're leaving right away.
Leads, research, relationships.
Our source came through.
It's the foundation for what we do.
Getting in the shot right now, stand by.
Dedication takes us into the story. And it's the story that drives our dedication.
We begin tonight with breaking news.
Wesh 2 has a crew live at the scene.
That suspect still on the run.
Local, live, late breaking. This is Wesh 2 News.
The Volusia County School District is giving out COVID-19 take-home test kits to school employees and families, all through a grant from the local health department.
Some of those test kits are expired, but as Wesh 2's Claire Metz reports, the manufacturer has notified officials that in some cases, expiration dates are extended. The test kits are not being handed out to students. They have to be requested by parents or guardians who then have to pick them up. They are available at area schools.
There is a new Disney World ticket deal for Florida residents. It's called the Disney Weekday Magic Ticket. Starting tomorrow, residents can purchase a 2-day ticket for $149 plus tax. The tickets are good on weekdays through April 7th, and there are some blackout dates between March 14th and the 18th, and that's likely because of spring break.
Gas prices are dipping a bit lower, but this may just be temporary. The average price for a gallon of gas, regular gas, dropped 2 cents to $3.39 a gallon. That's still more than $1 higher than a year ago. Analysts say prices could start going up again as crude oil costs continue to rise. NASA launched another rocket, which is expected to help scientists research space X-rays. This took off from Virginia yesterday with a DXL experiment. Experts say it will study the origin of soft X-rays, which hurtle towards Earth on a daily basis. Those can sometimes disrupt radio communications and GPS systems.
And here in Central Florida, SpaceX is gearing up for its second launch of 2022. On Thursday, a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket will send up its Transporter 3 mission, which is a batch of small satellites for the government from Cape Canaveral Air Force Station. The launch window hasn't officially been announced. We'll let you know.
Good thing we do not have any launches scheduled for today, because I'm thinking by the way it looks at the skies in Brevard County, not such a great day for it.
Yeah, let's get over to Cam. So Cam, you are tracking showers. Where are they?
Right now, mostly south of I-4. This is a live look at Melbourne here. You see gray skies and a few showers still lingering around. A lot of cloud cover as well. You see on our visible satellite, we're just encompassed in that cloud canopy. First warning radar showing quite a few rain showers, even some thunderstorms. Again, mostly for the beach line on south and eastward. As we zoom in a little closer, especially across the coastal Brevard County, we're still dealing with that heavy rain into Cocoa, Cape Canaveral, even Cocoa Beach. But the good news is these showers and even the thunderstorms are moving to the southeast fairly quickly. We did see a collision that happened here near St. Cloud, so you're getting in some pretty heavy downpours there. We're also seeing some heavy rain over Point Siena, Kissimmee. Again, all of this is pushing to the south and east, and we're getting in some thunderstorms over Kenansville at the moment there in Osceola County. Southern Brevard County also getting hit pretty hard with that heavy downpour over Mico. Again, Melbourne, we showed you that live shot, how cloudy it is, and also Satellite Beach getting in some of that rain. Here's a look at our 7-day forecast. We are going to see that 10% chance for coastal rain shower tomorrow. Again, tracking that disturbance that's going to come in late Wednesday to early Thursday. Could bring us a few rain showers there, but again, right now the models are all over the place with that. Cool and dry for Friday. We do have another front come in for the week, and I'll talk more about that. And Chief Meteorologist Tony Manolfi's pulled some data about how much rain we've gotten, how that coming up at the 4:30 half hour.
All right, Cam, thank you. We've heard about the challenges of remote learning for children.
And there's a new study that shares the behavior changes some parents are seeing. Ahead, what they noticed in 3 different situations.
But coming up next, Los Angeles police officers rush in with seconds to spare as a pilot is nearly hit by a train. We'll explain.
Doing an interview from Atlanta's hottest spot.
I know what I'm doing.
Fine. What could go wrong?
I'd like to talk to you about the people who think the Confederate generals are great.
What an unfortunate time for the music to drop.
New Kenan tonight on NBC.
Don't drink lemonade on a water slide.
Tonight, That's My Jam gets wet and wild.
Do you know the song?
No, I just wanted to see if I could catch the ball.
Oh, my God.
New That's My Jam tonight on NBC.
Today, we are looking back at the legacy of a TV icon. Bob Saget was found dead in his hotel room in Orlando yesterday afternoon.
The beloved celebrity was in Florida performing his stand-up show. Reed Binion has more on his life and work. According to a report from the Orange County Sheriff's Office, Saget was supposed to check out on Sunday. When his family couldn't get in touch with him, they contacted hotel security, which found Saget and called 911. Investigators say the room was orderly and there was no signs of foul play, drug use, nor trauma. Medical examiner's office tells us they performed an autopsy this morning. They say it could take up to 12 weeks to get the final results.
And this afternoon, we're also hearing from the president of Hard Rock International about Bob Saget's passing following his Orlando performance. In a statement to Wesh 2 News, Keith Sheldon says, quote, Bob Saget brought so much happiness and joy to audiences across multiple Hard Rock performance venues during his incredible stand-up career, including his penultimate performance this past Friday at Hard Rock Live Orlando at Universal City Walk. He also sent condolences to the family and said the entertainment world is mourning his loss.
We are going to continue to bring you any updates from investigators as well as the tributes from friends and fans as they remember the comedy icon. We'll also post updates online on our Wesh 2 News mobile app. This video we're about to show you is pretty wild and incredible.
To say the least, Los Angeles police officers saved a pilot's life just seconds before a train was coming. Take a look.
Go, 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 go!
Talk about the nick of time. This happened yesterday. Police say the pilot's plane went down and came to a stop on the railroad tracks just as a train was heading right towards his plane. Officers pulled the pilot from the wreckage right before the train smashed into the plane, as you saw there in that video. And the plane, you could see here, was seriously damaged after that train hit. The pilot is in the hospital recovering. We do not know his condition tonight. The FAA says he was the only person on board that aircraft.
That looks like something out of a movie.
It does.
Wow.
All right, you won't be surfing super high internet speeds at certain airports next week. A staggering number of airports won't have the service. We're going to dive into the FAA's restrictions.
Sorry, Michelle.
That's
Plus,
all right.
It's back to class for UCF students, but many of them are lined up for COVID-19 tests instead of books.
Wesh 2 traffic is driven by Toyota Orlando and Toyota Claremont.
Wesh 2 News continues.
Colleges and universities across the state are welcoming students back to campus.
The question is just how willing are students and staff to be crammed into classrooms with the Omicron variant spreading so fast? Wesh 2's Greg Fox talks with students and the head of the teachers union at UCF about those concerns. Chicago's schools are closed for a 4th day as the teachers union negotiates over remote learning and safety protocols. An agreement was not reached over the weekend. In an email last night, district officials say the two sides are still negotiating, but there's not been enough progress in the talks for students to return. Officials cannot agree on coronavirus testing and how to decide when and how schools might have to return to remote learning. Savannah Guthrie has tested positive for COVID-19. The Today Show host tweeting that she was trading places with her co-anchor Hoda Kotb, who also tested positive days ago. Guthrie broadcasted from home today while Kotb returned to the studio after 2 negative tests. Guthrie says she has mild symptoms and credits being fully vaccinated and boosted.
New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez also tested positive for coronavirus. Her office released a statement Sunday saying the Democrat is experiencing symptoms and recovering at home. The statement said that she received her booster shot last fall.
Novak Djokovic won his appeal to stay in Australia. Last week, the country's authorities barred entry to the tennis star over his COVID vaccination status. But today, a judge reinstated his visa, partially clearing the way for him to compete in the Australian Open next week. Djokovic has been released from a quarantine hotel where he spent the last 4 nights. Across the country, the COVID winter surge is disrupting schools and businesses. Some hospitals are also struggling to keep up because the virus is sidelining frontline workers. Some states have changed guidelines saying healthcare workers who test positive but do not show symptoms should still come to work. And now there's confusion over the CDC's isolation guidelines.
This is hard. We have ever-evolving science with an ever-evolving variant.
It's putting our patients and ourselves in grave danger.
Doctors stress those who are not vaccinated are at the greatest risk.
Dr. Anthony Fauci says that he expects the surge to ease towards the end of the month, and he talked about it this morning and has his plea for parents.
We're seeing children in hospitals throughout the country, almost all of whom are not vaccinated. The vaccines are effective and they're safe. And we now know from yesterday that boosters have now been approved for children 12 and older. So if you can get your booster for your child, get your booster.
And Dr. Fauci says we had about 745,000 cases on Sunday. He says he wouldn't be surprised if we go over 1 million cases per day. All right, let's switch gears now. The search continues today for more possible victims after a cliff collapse at a lake in Brazil. This is video of the aftermath. The video of the actual collapse is too disturbing to show you. At least 10 people were killed when a slab of rock fell on top of their boat on Saturday. Divers have been searching the water for more victims. The mayor of New York City says the death toll could rise following Sunday's deadly apartment fire in the Bronx. 17 people were killed after a faulty space heater caught fire. Tracy Strahan spoke with some of the survivors of one of the worst fires in the city's history. All right, Team USA figure skaters are ready for the perfect edge in Beijing. The men's and women's teams are set.
And we are introducing you to one of the skaters. Why Jason Brown's fans worry his haircut may cause problems at the games. Plus, one of the first big award shows of the season is nowhere to be seen. Why it was impossible for anyone to watch the Golden Globes. Next, Cam.
And I'm tracking a severe thunderstorm warning in effect till 4:45 this afternoon for eastern portions of Polk County, thanks to this severe cell over Lake Wales that could have produced some quarter-size hail and also some pretty gusty winds. Moving off to the east at 15 miles per hour. I'm tracking it as it moves into Osceola County, as well as the other thunderstorms and rain showers in our area. My full forecast coming up in less than 10 minutes.
Closed captioning is sponsored by Rubenstein Law. Injured? Call 1-800-FL-LEGAL.
There's news that needs reporting, the kind that impacts us here and all across Central Florida. Michelle Imparato, Stuart Moore, First Warning Chief Meteorologist Tony Manalfi. Local, live, late-breaking coverage. Weekdays at 5 on Wesh 2 News.
The winners of the 2022 Golden Globes were announced last night without being aired on TV.
Members of the Hollywood Foreign Press Association read the winners in a ballroom without an audience, and then they tweeted the results after. NBC did not broadcast it, announcing last year it would refuse to do so over a lack of diversity and ethical questions related to financial benefits. Studios did not officially submit their titles for consideration this year, and sources say many Hollywood agencies told the Globes their clients would not participate. Now, we do want to give you a look at some of the night night's big winners. So first up, the award for Best Motion Picture Drama went to The Power of the Dog. Meanwhile, Best Musical or Comedy went to West Side Story.
Will Smith took home Best Performance by an Actor in a Motion Picture Drama for his role in King Richard. Nicole Kidman won for Best Actress for being The Ricardos. Andrew Garfield took home Best Actor in a Musical or Comedy for Tick, Tick, Boom, while Rachel Zegler took home the Best Actress Award in that category for West Side Story.
Turning to TV now, Succession won Best Television Drama, while Hacks won the award for Best Television Musical or Comedy. All right, the Olympic Games, Stu, are almost here. The U.S. figure skating team is now set for Beijing.
On the women's team, Mariah Bell, Karen Chen, and Alyssa Liu will lead. There will be 3 alternates. At 25 years old, Bell will make history as the oldest U.S. Olympic women's singles skater in nearly 100 years. Over on the men's side, Nathan Chen, Vincent Zhou, and Jason Brown. The teams are set after the U.S. Figure Skating Championships in Nashville over the weekend. And this afternoon, we have a spotlight on figure skater Jason Brown. He's always been known for his bubbly personality and his ponytail flowing through jumps and spins on the ice.
But when he makes his second Olympic appearance in Beijing next month, one of those things will be missing, and it won't be his smile.
And I was at ease, but no, I have not looked back, and I really do enjoy it.
Sped it up, Michelle, so that's why it was 30 seconds.
That was very impressive. The 2022 Winter Olympics are less than a month away, and Wesh 2 News is your local home for the games. Competition gets underway February 3rd, and then you can watch the opening ceremony on the 4th right here on Wesh 2.
I'm excited for our Olympic zone once again, partner.
I know. It's coming up so soon. We're going to have tons of stories like that, but, you know, more focused on the games.
All right, let's talk now about our forecast. We got another warning out there because a lot of showers are moving through.
All right, Cam, where's this thunderstorm warning?
We actually have a severe thunderstorm warning right now in effect for far southern Osceola County and into Indian River County until 5:30 this afternoon. So it says hone in a little closer here. This is that severe thunderstorm warning that just is now in effect again until 5:30. Thanks to the cell that's pushing off to the east here over Yeehaw Junction, and possibility of producing some hail as well as definitely some strong winds associated with this line as it continues to push off to the east southeast. Elsewhere, though, we did have a severe thunderstorm warning earlier for Polk County that has since expired, but still see some heavy rain just southeast in the Lake Wales. We're also noticing some pretty heavy downpours over Kenansville and also Melbourne, Palm Bay, Mico, and some thunderstorms just north of Fellsmere and also along coastal Brevard County here near Cocoa Beach, Rockledge, and Cape Canaveral. Still dealing with some rain showers out this afternoon. So as we push a little farther into our interior spots, we're noticing some of these outflow boundaries firing up a few more showers here across northern Osceola County, especially near Celebration, Kissimmee, and also St. Cloud and Point Siena. So Osceola County, you've been hit pretty hard, as well as Brevard County, you've been hit pretty hard with the rain today. Champions Gate picked up over ½ an inch, as well as South Kissimmee, Davenport, Point Siena, all a little over ½ an inch of rain. And this is actually much needed rain. Most locations haven't picked up much rain at all because we are definitely in the dry season. So we are needing this rain, and we really don't start to see our rain pick up until about May. We usually only average in the month of January just a little over 2 inches. I can tell you most locations have picked up nowhere near that amount at all so far this month. But again, we're only a few days into the new year. Our area. So here's a look at our extended weather forecast. 10% chance of rain for tomorrow, mostly for our coastal areas. Watching that wave coming in late Wednesday into early Thursday, that will bring us some rain. Friday is looking absolutely gorgeous. And then as we go into the weekend, we do have that next front, another front moving in on Sunday. That'll bring some rain showers and, again, some cooler air as we go into early next week. Chief Meteorologist Tony Manalfi, he is coming up at 5. He'll talk more about that severe thunderstorm warning for you coming up next.
All right. Thank you, Cam. The Duchess of Cambridge is celebrating a big milestone.
And a documentary about Sidney Poitier is on the way. The big name who's leading this project.
First Warning Weather on Wesh 2 is sponsored by Cool Today.
The Duchess of Cambridge, Kate Middleton, celebrated her 40th birthday this weekend. To mark the milestone, 3 pictures were released showing her wearing Alexander McQueen dresses. Buckingham Palace says that they'll be displayed in 3 locations over the year. They'll eventually become part of the permanent collection at the National Portrait Gallery in London.
A documentary about Sidney Poitier is on the way. A Hollywood Reporter says the project has been in the works for more than a year. The Poitier family is expected to be in it. It's an Apple original film with Oprah Winfrey producing and Reginald Hudlin directing. Portier died Thursday at the age of 94.
The New York Yankees' Rachel Bolkovich is making history as the first female manager of the minor league. She was already the first woman with a full-time job in professional baseball. She's 34 years old and joined the Yankees organization as a hitting coach in 2019. She got her start in pro ball with the St. Louis Cardinals as a minor league strength and conditioning coach in 2012. Rachel will now coach the low-A Tampa Tarpons.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
All right, West True News at 5 is straight ahead.
All right, here's what we're working on coming up in our next hour. Remembering Bob Saget, the tributes to the late actor and comedian who was found dead in Orlando.
And following two massive deadly fires in New York City and in Philadelphia, look at how you can prevent the same tragedy from hitting your home.
Plus, the special deal on Disney World tickets only for Florida residents, but you'll have to act fast. That's next on West True News at 5.
Closed captioning is sponsored by Safe Touch Security.